important is it for you guys to have those bonding moments, especially with the line early in this OTA?
Yeah, it's been cool. These guys are so focused, like I said. They work their butts off in the weight room, on the field, obviously, as well, the film room. But just to be able to share, life experiences with one another, as much as we can. It's been hectic schedules, it's been busy, but the more we spend time together, the better. So it's been cool. It was good dinner for sure.
What can you tell about your two young talents so far?
They're super talented. Obviously, I think we've been very fortunate to, have a lot of talented guys up front. It's going to be definitely a cool thing to see those guys develop over the time. I think their work ethic, their footwork, how they go about all the details every day, and the coaches really push them hard, so it's good.
How responsive have your teammates been to your leadership and what you're trying to do?
I think it's been a great response. I think just everybody's been working. It's not just about me; it's about them and it's about us all together. And so it's been a lot of fun. It's been a cool experience so far, and we're just putting the work in and staying focused and doing everything we can to be successful.
It sounded like Najee was really loud out there today. I mean, how do you kind of rate the energy level that you guys are getting as a team?
Yeah, I mean we're competing every day. The getting the ball in the end zone, guys making plays, defense going back and forth. The energy's high. Obviously, we got such talented team, and Coach Tomlin does a great job with practice.
Good feel yet for how Smith's offense is going to work?
Yeah, obviously run first offensive line, we love it. It's kind of O-line friendly, so looking forward to it.
How is it O-line friendly?
I guess just the run first offense. I mean, no offensive line likes to drop back and pass protection 45 snaps a game. Those guys on the other side of the ball, they get paid millions to do that. So, we want to keep them away from doing what they want to do and being aggressive and attacking teams on the ground.
Is there a mentality to feel like, hey, we want to dictate terms, we want to take the fight to them?
Most definitely, and you can feel that in our offensive meetings with Arthur, just saying he wants us to be the most physical offense in the NFL. So, we definitely feel that in our meetings.
Do you personally, as we've asked you about having the two tackles drafted the last 2 years, does this offense, does it put you in your best situation to hold on to your job? Does it play to your skills?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I feel so. I mean, I don't really understand your question.
I guess, do you think this offense is best suited for how you play?
Yes,
so the things you're talking
definitely,
about, does that
definitely,
highlight your
definitely.
skills?
I think it highlights my athleticism and running off the ball, which is what I love to do.
If you guys can run the ball the way you did in the second half of last season, all season, what kind of numbers do you think you guys can put up in the run game?
Oh, man. I don't want to say no numbers, but, it definitely could be special for sure.
What kind of energy do you guys feel from Russell Wilson and Justin Fields? I know it's just OTAs and everything, but what does it kind of feel like with them back there?
Yeah, I mean, they each have their own dynamic, but, they definitely bring energy in their own ways, being leaders on and off the field, even outside of playing, just getting guys together and doing things together. You can definitely feel those guys for sure.
Have you done anything together as a group since you've been here at OTAs? What are some of the things that they've kind of done to facilitate some of that?
Well, we offensive linemen. We got to eat. So, they took us out, wine and dine us a little bit, but yeah.
Where'd they take you guys to?
Capitol Grill.
Nice. Both of them together?
Yeah.
Do you feel like what kind of tab do you guys run up at Capitol Grill?
I don't know. You trying to come and put down on it?
with the veteran guards you guys got here too, you feel like this, could be, with the returning guys you have, could be one of the better defensive or offensive lines.
Definitely. I think we have a lot of potential. We got some older vets with some experience, and really not even older vets. Like when you look at it, guys are still really young in terms of playing years, just experience. Obviously, so much farther along, and then with young guys coming in, bringing energy. Obviously, we're a super talented room, so I think we definitely can be a special group this year.
Do you feel like there's a difference in how you guys are practicing, at least like the pace of things, what you guys are focusing on with Arthur Smith and what he's trying to get you guys to learn in OTAs?
I definitely do. Just our techniques, emphasizing running off the ball. That's something that you'll see if you pay attention to our Indy. That's something that we're really, really focusing on is getting off the ball, running off the ball, and just being aggressive on defenders.
You've been here for 3 years, so you've seen that's not what it's like when you do things a different way. How do you feel like it's helping you, at least in your mindset, getting ready for training?
Oh, man. At this point, with me being so far along in my career, I'd say, I mean, I kind of already know what to expect, I guess you could say. I'm just enjoying my time being out there, honestly. I feel like a vet.
As far as Troy and how he's handling moving over to right, what are you seeing in terms of any struggles he might be having, and is it similar to when you've tried to have to go over there?
Yeah, I mean, I think Troy is doing a really good job with his transition. Definitely wouldn't compare him to me because he looks a lot better at right tackle than I did for sure. He has good feet. He's got long arms. He's got a lot of tools that's going to make him a really good player for sure.
Is Broderick enjoying not being the rookie that you guys can tell what to do all the time now?
Nah, we still gonna tell him what to do because he need it. But nah, he's got some playing experience now, so you know he knows he's gonna have to step up into a bigger role this year.
What do you see as different about him this time around?
I like how he's leading, how he's helping out the younger guys, helping out Zach and meeting, sitting next to him, and Troy after practice. You know, it's cool to just see a young guy who I was helping last year transition to a leader and now helping that younger guy. That's what it's all about.
So what have you tried to improve on since last year?
I'd say my hands, definitely a pass pro, and my feet in the run game, being grounded, being more stout.
Is there anything specific you've either talked to Troy or Zach about trying to improve for them as a rookie coming in?
Not necessarily coming in. I guess the biggest thing for Troy with tackles is just snap count. That's the hardest thing to grasp. As defenders are so much faster off the ball. And then Zach, for him, it's more so of a mental game. Playing center, you got so many things to memorize, snap count, IDs. You know, so just trying to calm him down a little bit, take a little bit of the anxiety away from him and just ease his mind a little bit.
What's a guy like Nate bring to the center position?
Energy. You know, he's a really big guy, but he's really athletic. And I love the demeanor that Nate plays with. He brings definitely a physical mindset to our room, which I like.
Is it different when he's at center than versus playing guard? Does he act any different?
I don't know. I don't know, honestly.
Dan, since you're running down the list, how about McCormick? Has he made an impression?
Say that one more time.
Has McCormick made any kind of impression?
Definitely. I think Mason, he's going to be a really good player. I think he's got some good tools. He's football smart. You could just tell he kind of moves like a vet just with his routine and everything. I think Mason's going to be a good player.
You play both ways. What's it been like focusing on his play?
Just trying to get better every day, man. That's all I'm focused on right now. I'm just trying to improve every day, wherever I play. That's just my mindset right now.
Did they tell you coming into this that you're going to be our guy to sort out with at center, or how do you approach the role you have?
I just showed up and like that's where they put me. So I'm gonna play where they put me. Like I'm just gonna keep working every day, just trying to get better. Like, that's literally my only mindset that I have. You know. Just trying to bring, just get better means pushing each other, like just trying to be the best versions of ourselves every day. And I'm really enjoying this process, and I'm getting some good work in. I feel like I'm getting better every day.
Where do you feel like you've improved? You mentioned getting better every day. Where do you think that's settled in?
I'm still working on it because I'm fat, but I've been working on my body comp, and really clean up my eating. Really dialed in on that. Just my footwork, I feel like it's gotten faster. The game's slowing down for me, and just trying to take like another step in my career. Just trying to continue to prove myself right and prove people wrong.
Is there an excitement to that point? Is there excitement about this opportunity? Like hey, maybe this is that shot that I've been waiting for.
Of course, man. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I grew up, I always wanted to start in the NFL. I always wanted to play. And, I'm not even thinking, like, I don't have that mindset that I'm starting anywhere. I don't try to act that way. Like, I don't think that way. I'm just literally like one draw at a time, one play at a time. I'm trying to execute it to the best of my ability. If I made a mistake, I'm not going to make that mistake again. And I'm just carrying that mindset, and I'm sticking to that mindset. And I'm just going to see how I do.
Nate, speaking of eating, Dan told us that Russ and Justin, the quarterbacks, took the O-line out to Capitol Grill a couple weeks ago. How much does something like that endear the O-line to the quarterbacks?
Anytime, man. Like, I feel like that goes all the way back to high school. Like, a quarterback, you take out your O-line, they always love you a little bit more, you know. That's the way to a big man's heart.
What kind of leadership do you guys see from Justin and Russ? I mean, what kind of energy do they have?
I mean, they're both veterans. I mean, Justin, you would think that he's on the same year as Russ, you know, and like Russ is on year 13. The way that his composure in the huddle and like how he commands the offense and their understanding of the offense already, I think, is like very impressive, and super excited to be working with both of them. Both very good players.
Can they eat like the O-line then? I mean, were they putting down what you guys were putting down?
Yeah, no shot. You knew that though.
Who's putting away the most?
Nah, I'm not throwing anyone
We
under the
heard
bus.
some names already. We heard Spencer Anderson may have, had a good time.
Spencer be putting it down.
Yeah, you weren't brought up actually.
All right, that's respect.
You grew up watching Russ.
Yeah.
And what has that been like to be the center here through 2 years so far?
I mean, it's crazy. He's a Hall of Famer. He's an unbelievable player. He's had an unbelievable career. So I don't know, man. I'm not even thinking about those kind of things. I'm just trying to get better. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just trying to get better every day.
In the offseason, after Mason was let go, they all, Omar, Coach, always made a point to say we have Nate Herbig here. I don't know if you heard any of that stuff, but what does that, they show that kind of confidence in you?
I'm very grateful, like I'm grateful that, they believe in me and they said those things about me, but I feel like, the rent is due every day, like regardless of what they say or what anyone says, like the only thing that matters is how I can control the things that I can control, like how, if I'm getting better, if I'm doing the things that I need to do to put myself in a situation to be successful and help the team, and that's all I've been thinking. I got that tunnel vision. I'm locked in. I'm just trying to get better. I swear.
Is that the approach you've always taken, or do you really dial that in? I feel like I'm trying to take it to another level. If you want, I don't know, my dad told me this, if you want something you've never had, you gotta do something you've never done. So just rededicating myself, not saying I wasn't, but just trying to reach for more, get the most out of everything. And I'm just trying to carry that mindset in everything I do.
Do you feel like Arthur Smith there's a different pace or a different structure to how you guys are approaching things day in and day out, the expectations and what you guys are working on?
Yeah, it's definitely a different expectation. Just with a whole bunch of different changes going around, he does a good job, making sure everybody knows what's going on in meetings, on the field. If they don't, he loves when players ask questions, you know what I'm saying? He loves to break it down and explain it, in simpler terms for you if you need it. And he just comes with the juice, you know what I'm saying? He has the juice every day, that he wants to be the best offense in the NFL, you know what I'm saying? He wants to have the best offense in the NFL, and, he lets us know that every day. So, we just go out there, trying to put our best foot forward every day, trying to take those steps, those baby steps to being the best.
Broderick, talking to Dan a couple minutes ago, he said that Russ and Justin, the quarterbacks, took the O-line out to dinner at Capitol Grill. I mean, how much does something like that endear the O-line to the quarterbacks, and what have you learned or gotten to know about your quarterback?
It's just good being able to get to know one another. There's some things we did last year. We've always been doing that, especially as an O-line. We always go to dinner once a week or something. We try to do it every week, just so when implementing the quarterbacks into it, it's a big deal because we got to trust them, they got to trust us. So it all correlates and works into one. So just for us to build that trust and build that relationship to get to know one another and, on a deeper level, I feel like it helps when we get on the field and, when you got to have those tough conversations you got to tighten up on this or you got to tighten up on that. It don't have to be an argument because they already know, it's one. You know what I'm saying? So, but, I feel like Justin and Russ, they get along very well. I feel like they get along with us very well. They're very active. They talk a lot, you know what I'm saying? Not in a bad way, but you know what I'm saying? They're very talkative. So I feel like that helps, when it comes to learning a new offense or learning something new about your teammate, you know what I'm saying? So
Kind of eliminates the
yeah.
gray area.
Definitely.
Troy strike you as a right tackle?
I feel like Troy can be whatever he wants to be at the end of the day because he has the ability, he has the size, he has the talent. So it's just all about what he's comfortable with at the end. Like, if he's not comfortable playing right, I wouldn't just tell him, you know what I'm saying? Like, it takes repetition, it takes time, it takes patience. So just for him to get in, learn as much as he can without overthinking things, and, you know, I think he'll be all right because he's a good player. He listens well. He understands, you know, like the game of football. So I feel like he'll be okay in the long run.
What's different offensively? I know you've just threw a few OTA practices, but what's different with the offense, the way it's run, what's like with Arthur?
I would just say the intensity, like everybody's bought into like one thing. There's no space, wondering how we're trying to, you know, run our offense. Everybody's, you know, on the same page, and I think that you could tell like a huge difference with that.
It's kind of like in the past we've asked you about an identity, and it kind of took a while where now you kind of feel like you know right from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, I say we're still like looking for identity. We don't know exactly, you know, what's there yet, but we're all like bought into like the same, you know, narrow road.
What kind of intensity are you guys getting from Justin Fields and Russell Wilson at this point?
You know, their leadership speaks volumes. They're in and out, helping guys, you know, wherever there's, you know, miscommunication, they fix that right away, and they don't wait on it. So I think that's like a huge thing.
You get a sense that Arthur likes to use his running backs?
Oh, yeah, I agree. We're involved a lot in the pass game, you know. Learning the, you know, new offense, it's a whole bunch we're involved in, so I'm excited for that.
Use the backs in the pass game by design, like big picture, or is that just because you're trying to figure out some new guys at wide receiver?
Yeah, the big picture. I mean, everybody's involved. We're just more involved.
I was looking at Bijan Robinson's numbers last year. It seemed like that was a big part of his role. Is there, like, you know, parts of that you see, like, okay, that's going to be me this year?
I haven't really watched Bijan's like film. You know, me personally, wherever I'm called at, when I'm called, I'll just go out there and perform, do what I can for the team.
It sounded like Najee was really fired up out there today in the running back drills and the offensive stuff. I mean, what kind of energy has he brought so far through OTAs?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he comes in, you know, you can tell he plays with heart, and, you know, you can tell he's one of the dudes that's bought in, and he brings his intensity, you know, every day, and, you know, we all feed off of that.
Did that intensity hit another level today? It felt like today was the loudest that he's been since he's been out there.
Yeah, we get competitive, you know. You know, it's just the nature of our ball.
How much does that help you guys to feed off of each other? I mean, even in May, that you're going after each other kind of like that on the field?
A lot. Yeah, I'd say a lot. You know, one match is lit, and then, you know, lights all the other matches.
You guys haven't really hit your stride in the running game until like halfway through the season in the last 2 years. Have you ever thought about, if we start faster and the numbers that you and Najee could put up if you guys start
yeah,
fast?
probably. I'm not really worried about numbers. I just, you know, want to win.
And just overall, not personally, but overall the running game.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, probably, yeah. With our schemes and everything we're, you know, building towards, I can see that happening right away.
What have you noticed about the changes in some of the young guys on the offensive line?
Oh, man, you know, they come in, they picked it up fast of how, you know, we run things around here, and you can see, like, there's no complaining, and they're jumping right on the train and doing well with it.
Jan, you had a lot of success catching the ball out of the backfield. Do you sense an opportunity to do even more of that in this offense?
I mean, yeah, like I said, we're involved in the pass game more, and so I can see it happening a lot.